Operation Overlord was done 79 years ago, and it still remains the GOAT of all military operations. Without it, Hitler would have probably won WW2. Operation Overlord is the code name for the famous Battle of Normandy, which was led by the Allies consisting of the Big Three: the UK, the US, and the Soviet Union. We know it's weird to think at some point in time these three were friends with a common goal, but they were. Why Operation Overlord, which by the way is a cool operation name, remains the greatest military operation of all time is because it started the successful invasion of German-occupied Western Europe to reclaim those lands from the Germans. Without it, Paris might be speaking German now. It also holds the record for the largest amphibious landing in history. The landing transported 850,000 troops in over 7,000 ships and 13,000 planes, the largest ever recorded. On June 6, 1944, just after midnight, more than 18,000 Allied paratroopers were dropped into the area of the invasion to help the infantry forces on the beaches. Allied air forces made more than 14,000 sorties to help with the landings. It didn't even take time for the German Air Force to concede, as they could not fight against the overwhelming power of the Allied Air Force. We guess the Air Force really takes its motto seriously, which is to fly, fight, and win. The invasion would last exactly 2 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, finishing on August 30th, 1944. By the end of August, over 2 million Allied troops were in France. General Dwight D. Eisenhower was in charge of Operation Overlord and the Allied troops. They landed on 5 beaches along the coast of Normandy and quickly set up camps there, despite encountering heavy resistance and losses caused by the Germans. But General Dwight D. Eisenhower kept pushing on. The Allied air supremacy greatly helped by making it impossible for Germany to get reinforcements, and fighting between Adolf Hitler and his generals slowed down important counterattacks. You see, the setbacks really messed up the German high command, and they were definitely not prepared for the huge number of casualties they suffered. Take, for example, Dahlmann, commander of the 7th Army, who suddenly died right after he surrendered the main garrison in Cherbourg. Many people believe it was suicide. Another general, Rommel, was severely injured when a British fighter shot up his car. And then the worst part came when another general, Rundstedt, told Hitler there was no way out. He urged Hitler to make peace. The result for speaking his mind was his dismissal. He was replaced by capable veteran Günther von Kluge, who eventually started having the same doubts as Rundstedt. But Hitler was still strong-hearted, so on July 20th, a bunch of officers, including some big shots like former Army Chief of Staff Ludwig Beck and Reserve Army Chief of Staff Klaus, Count Schenk von Stauffenberg, tried to take out Hitler at his East Prussian HQ, Rastenburg. They thought getting rid of him was the only way to bring about peace, but their plan failed and provoked Hitler. Hitler went crazy and took a ton of power over the army. He also got super vengeful and punished anyone he thought was involved with the coup. Just suspicion alone was enough to merit a punishment from Hitler. A lot of them were forced to commit suicide. All these scuffles within the German military made it hard for the Germans to retaliate or reinforced their war efforts. And by the end of August 1944, all of northern France had been freed, including the City of Love, Paris, and the invading Allied forces regrouped for the push into Germany, where they would finally meet Soviet forces coming from the east and put an end to the Nazi Reich. This marked the close and the success of Operation Overlord, cementing it as one of the greatest military operations ever. What military operation have you heard of that impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. That is all we have for you today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And if you found this video insightful, give us a thumbs up by hitting the like button. Thank you for watching. Till next time.